Have you ever thought about what you'd do if a stroke struck and you were completely alone? For older adults, especially those over 60, that thought can be frightening. But here's the truth. There are powerful, straightforward actions you can take right away, even when you're by yourself, that can increase your odds of surviving. This video is just for you, the 60-plus generation that might face this kind of crisis alone. We're diving into 5 potentially life-saving tips every senior should know to handle a stroke on their own. No fluff, just real, useful advice to help you act fast and possibly save your life. Stay tuned, because what you learn today could literally make the difference. Let's jump in. Number 1. Spot the symptoms and take action immediately. Surviving a stroke or heart attack often comes down to one thing: how quickly you recognize what's happening and how fast you act. Every second without treatment puts more strain on your brain and heart and increases the risk of permanent damage. Many older adults hesitate, dismissing early signs as just being tired or having indigestion. But that pause can be dangerous. Take Richard, a 74-year-old former truck driver who noticed a strange tingling in his cheek and sudden weakness in his right hand while drinking his morning coffee. Instead of brushing it off, he remembered the signs he had read about and quickly called 911. That decision meant he received medical help in time, and today he's walking and talking like normal. Here's why quick recognition is vital. Strokes can show up as confusion, trouble forming words, sudden imbalance, or weakness, especially on one side of the body. Heart attacks might begin with a heavy chest feeling, cold sweats, lightheadedness, or breathlessness. Sadly, many older folks feel hesitant or guilty about calling for help. But you should never feel like you're being dramatic. The earlier you act, the better your chances. It's also important to understand how fear can interfere. In moments of panic, the brain sometimes tells us to wait and see. But that delay can be deadly. Trusting yourself and your body's warning signs is one of the strongest steps you can take. So here's your first key tip. Get educated about the symptoms of strokes and heart attacks, and commit to responding the second you feel something is wrong. Keep emergency contacts close by. If possible, think about getting a medical alert device that can call for help at the push of a button. In a crisis, every minute counts, and acting fast can mean a better recovery and a longer life, fuller life. Number 2. Simple self-help when you're alone. Being alone during a stroke or heart event can feel scary, but it's critical to know you are not helpless. There are a few self-support techniques that could help keep your heart and brain functioning while you wait for help. One lesser-known but potentially life-saving trick is cough CPR, used in very specific cardiac emergencies. Margaret, a 79-year-old widow from Ohio, experienced a sudden fluttering in her chest and a wave of pressure across her shoulders. Remembering a technique she learned years ago, she began coughing hard every few seconds while dialing emergency services. Her focused breathing and action helped maintain circulation until paramedics arrived. Cough CPR works by keeping the heart pumping temporarily. It doesn't replace real CPR, but it might give you a few extra minutes of blood flow, and that time matters. Another simple trick? Deep breathing. Slow, controlled breaths can reduce panic, stabilize oxygen levels, and help you stay conscious longer. Fear can cause hyperventilation, which worsens symptoms. Staying calm and breathing steady is a powerful tool. Too often, seniors hesitate, afraid of doing something wrong. But in a crisis, trying a safe action is almost always better than doing nothing. The confidence to help yourself makes a huge difference. Just like Margaret, knowing what to do can change everything. When that moment comes, don't let fear stop you. Rely on what you've practiced and stay focused. You're more capable than you think. So, the second key tip is to learn and mentally prepare for self-help strategies. Being calm and proactive can buy you critical time and potentially save your life when you're alone. If you're still here and finding this helpful, please comment number 2 below to let us know. And if you haven't subscribed yet, hit that button and turn on notifications so you never miss an important health tip. Now, let's keep going. Number 3. Don't miss the early warnings. One of the biggest obstacles to surviving a stroke or heart event is catching it early. Too many older adults dismiss the first signs as just aging or something minor. But understanding your personal warning signals and taking them seriously can change everything. Let me introduce you to Walter, a 76-year-old retired postman. One morning, he felt a strange tightness in his chest and a dizzy spell that lasted a few seconds. It didn't hurt, but it didn't feel right either. Instead of brushing it off, Walter remembered a talk from his local senior center and decided to call for help. That one choice gave doctors enough time to intervene before it turned serious. Heart attacks don't always feel dramatic. They often start with mild pressure, nausea, fatigue, or shortness of breath. The same goes for strokes, which might cause only a slight droop in the face, a confused moment, or a sudden loss of balance. That's why awareness is so important. You know your body best. When something doesn't feel right, don't downplay it. Walter had learned to watch for patterns, and he kept a journal of unusual symptoms. That helped his doctor spot warning signs early during checkups, and it made Walter more confident about making the call when he needed help. It's also worth noting how understanding early signs can cut through panic. When you can identify what's happening, you're less likely to freeze in fear. And the third key tip? Learn the early signs inside and out, not just for you, but so you can help others too. Keep notes, talk with your doctor, and stay updated with trusted sources. Walter's quick thinking didn't just come from luck. It came from staying informed, staying aware, and acting without hesitation. So don't be afraid to take early action. Even if you're not sure, it's better to be safe. Those first few minutes matter, and trusting yourself could be what saves your life. Stay tuned for more practical, life-saving tips every senior should know, because you're stronger and more capable than you realize. Number 4. The life-saving power of the right positioning and breathing techniques. When a heart attack or stroke strikes and you're on your own, how you position your body and manage your breathing can greatly improve your chances of survival. It's not just about waiting for help. The actions you take in those first few minutes can ease symptoms, improve airflow, and reduce strain on your heart and brain. That's why learning proper positioning and breathing methods is so important for every senior. Take Marie, a 79-year-old woman who had a minor stroke while alone at home. She suddenly felt weakness on one side and fear kicked in. But she remembered a tip from a local health session. She carefully sat down, leaned forward slightly with her elbows resting on her knees, and began taking calm, slow breaths. That simple shift helped her breathe easier, feel less dizzy, and stay focused until help came. Proper positioning in a cardiac or stroke emergency can make symptoms more manageable and reduce complications. For example, sitting upright or leaning slightly forward opens the lungs and helps the heart work more efficiently. Lying flat can make it harder to breathe. If you feel faint, sit or lie down, but avoid lying completely flat unless absolutely needed. Your breathing also plays a big role. Deep, slow breaths improve oxygen levels and reduce panic. Important because stress raises blood pressure and makes everything harder on your body. Marie used a method she'd learned. Inhale gently through the nose, hold for a few seconds, Then exhale slowly through pursed lips. That pattern helped her stay calm and improved her breathing during the episode. And here's something we don't always talk about: peace of mind. Fear can cloud judgment during an emergency, but focusing on your breathing and position creates a sense of control, helping you stay calm and make smart decisions. Seniors who know these techniques and practice them regularly handle emergencies better. Try doing breathing exercises daily. That way, it feels familiar if you ever need it. Marie's story shows how simple knowledge can be powerful in the moment. Also, make sure you have your phone close by, ideally with emergency numbers saved in it. That, along with good posture and controlled breathing, could buy you critical time until help gets to you. Marie managed to call for help while keeping herself steady, which gave first responders the head start they needed. These actions don't replace medical care, but they're the first steps towards staying safe. The right body position and breathing can slow the progression of symptoms and improve your chance of recovery. Having this know-how can truly make all the difference. If you're still watching this video and finding these tips helpful, comment number 4 below to let me know. And if you haven't subscribed yet, now's a good time. Hit that bell so you don't miss the next helpful video. Now, let's keep going. Number 5, the critical importance of recognizing early warning signs and acting fast. When a stroke or heart attack happens and you're alone, every second matters. Spotting early signs and responding right away can literally save your life or greatly reduce the risk of lasting damage. This is especially true for seniors. Sometimes symptoms are mild or confusing, and that makes fast action harder, but even more important. Let's talk about Walter, a 71-year-old who felt strangely tired and had a mild pressure in his chest one morning. He almost ignored it, but something told him to take it seriously. Walter called emergency services immediately, and that quick action meant doctors were able to treat him quickly and prevent long-term damage. That's how powerful awareness can be. Here are some early signs of a heart attack: pressure or tightness in the chest, trouble catching your breath, lightheadedness, nausea, pain moving into your neck, jaw, or arms. For strokes, look out for sudden weakness or numbness, especially on one side, trouble speaking or confusion, difficulty seeing clearly, sudden trouble with balance or walking. Symptoms can show up quickly or start small and build up. Either way, they're a warning that something serious is happening. The challenge is that many seniors dismiss symptoms, thinking they're just part of getting older. But that can be dangerous. Waiting too long for care reduces the chance of recovery and increases the risk of permanent heart or brain damage. Walter knew his body well. Because of regular talks with his doctor and staying informed, he acted right away. His fast call brought help sooner and made a big difference in his outcome. Knowing these symptoms helps you stay clear-headed. It reduces fear and panic, so you can focus on the next step: getting help. Walty trusted his instincts and put that knowledge into action. That decision, one phone call, made all the difference. You also need a plan. Make sure emergency numbers are easy to reach. If you can, let a neighbor or friend know about any health concerns so they can check in. And talk to your doctor about your personal risk factors so you're even better prepared. Fear and embarrassment can hold people back. You might feel like you're overreacting or don't want to cause a scene. But acting fast isn't overreacting. It's smart, and it might just save your life. Teach yourself, and teach the people around you. The more we all know, the more we can help each other when it counts. Walter's story proves that recognizing signs early and taking action, even when alone, can protect your heart and extend your life. It's not just about being calm. It's about knowing what to do and doing it fast. Being prepared can truly save your life, especially if you're over 60 and living alone. Don't wait for a warning. Learn the signs, stay calm, and act fast. Which tip helped you most? Leave a comment below. We'd love to hear your story. If this video helped you, please like, subscribe, and share it with someone who might need it. Thanks for watching. Stay safe, stay strong, and remember, you're never powerless. See you in the next video.